getting this live feed started. We'll get started in about 10 minutes. Um, Whoever's in the room, can you tell me, does the picture look okay? I accidentally filmed a class lopsided yesterday. Just don't want to do that again. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your 12 p.m. beginner flow. I'm Todd. I'm subbing in for Elise today. Thanks for being here and coming to share the flow. Is going to be a real nice, feel good, expansive flow. Get into the entire body and just get the body, mind feeling good and right. Let's begin our practice in a child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch at the back of the mat. You draw your knees wide. Start to lengthen hips back, arms forward. Relax your forehead down onto the floor. And keep a light bend in the elbows. Keep some slack through the shoulders. Just allow yourself to find a sense of grounding. Allow yourself to arrive in a gentle manner. Maybe here closing the eyes. And then let's start to get into a little breath. Take a big inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, gentle sigh it out. Big inhale through the nose, lengthening up the spine. Exhale, let it go. Feel the breath, the energy trail back down the spine. Let's take one more like that. Big inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. From here, let's make our way into a Sphinx pose. I'm going to start to bring the shoulders over the elbows, pull our bellies down onto the floor, and just bring elbows right underneath the shoulders. This is just a really nice, feel-good stretch. Don't feel like you need to contract into the body too much here. Let the chest open, feel the abdominals begin to find more length, stretch, opening. This is really nice to open into the hips at the beginning. Also getting a nice spread through the chest and shoulders. Now we're going to start to find just a little engagement now. So start to squeeze your glutes. Feel your elbows traction back towards your lower ribs. Feel the chest expand forward, broaden through the shoulders. Keep your gaze forward. Feeling that contraction. Let's breathe into it. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the glutes. Pull the elbows back. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Start to relax. Chest to the floor. Slide the hands back underneath the elbows. Draw the elbows underneath the shoulders. From here, tuck your toes. Just from the knees, inhale. Push up. Feel the elbows scrape against the ribs. And then we're here in table. Bring your knees just right underneath the hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Let's tent up onto the fingertips. Wrap your triceps back. Pull the navel in. We're finding just a little bit of rounding through the back to start, and we'll move through some cat-cows. On an inhale, lengthen, pull your heart up, tailbone, just trying to meet back of the head. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. Feel your tailbone scoop forward in. Inhale, lengthen up, find expansion, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round chin to chest, draw, tailbone forward. One more, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round. Let's reset our palms back down onto the floor. Tuck your toes. And start to lift up and back into a downward facing dog. Option here to find a light bend in the knees, wrapping the triceps back. Feel the chest pushing back towards the thighs. Feel your tailbone lengthen up to the sky. Again here, bend into the knees if you're feeling tight in the back of the body and the hamstrings. You can also lengthen the legs, draw your heels towards the floor. Find your breath here in your downward facing dog. Traction the hands forward. And start to look up towards the hands. Light tiptoe to the top of the space. We'll bring the feet in between the hands. Feet can be hip width apart here. Find a little bend through the knees. Relax. Crown of the head heavy. Any amount of bend in the knees. We'll stay here for about 5 deep breaths. And this is just a real nice place to let the low back release. Find length through your spine. And to settle into the breath. Feel each exhale draw you down and in towards yourself. You can clasp opposite forearms if that feels okay. Find a little rock side to side. Just nice to find some mobility, movement, some dynamic movement. Here is a good way to open into the body at the beginning, especially finding this dynamicism, if that's a word, versus the isolation postures. Still breathing. Relax your hands down. Find a deeper bend in the knees. Let the belly rest on the thighs. Chin on your chest and scoop up one vertebra at a time. Feel the back of the neck draw up. And pull the shoulders back. Crown of the head here in mountain pose. Samastaki. You can keep your feet hip width apart or bring them together. Just feel out what feels nice for you today, what's meaningful to you today. So just pull your belly in. Squeeze your glute muscles together, squeeze your inner thighs together. Feel your fingertips draw down to the floor. Feel the crown of the head reach up to the ceiling. Nice, tall, neutral stance. And bring your hands to heart center. Invite you to close the eyes and to set about for yourself an intention for your practice. Whatever's meaningful to you, whether that's to find peace on your mat, to find a calm, to find more openness in the body, whatever it is, let it be something personal to you today. Something that you can take with you off of your mat. So find that squeeze the glutes, a little tuck in the tailbone, draw the navel. We'll start to reach up on an inhale, reach out wide and up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, cactus the arms free, the heart open towards the ceiling. On an inhale, reach your arms back up, biceps by the ears, pull the navel in. Then exhale, cactus the arms once again, draw the elbows down towards the ribs. Inhale, reach up. One more exhale, cactus. You can even find a little back bend. Squeeze your glutes though as you press the hips forward. Inhale, reach up nice and neutral. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, open twist to your right. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back. Notice the right hip will open back. Try to press it forward in line with the left. Then gaze back to your right thumb. Reach out of the fingers. On an inhale, sweep back up through center, arms overhead. Exhale to the left, open twist. Draw the navel in. Again, the left hip might open. See if you can draw it forward in line with the gaze to the left thumb. Inhale, sweep your arms back up. Then exhale, grab your left wrist, side bend to the right. Pick up your left heel. So we're going to dance the left toes back behind this little curtsy step. Keep a light bend in the right knee. Press down into your right big toe. Feel the left shoulder hugging back. Slightly to open, expand through the chest. Breathe into the left side body. Take just one more. Inhale, give a little pull on the wrist. Then exhale, let's bring it back. Hands to heart center. And then step the left foot back. In with the right. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, grab your right wrist up and over to the left. So to pick up your right heel, then the toes, lightly step it back behind you. You need to tap the floor to get there. Do so. Feel the right shoulder hug back. A little bend in the left knee. Press to the inner edge of the left foot, your left big toe. You can send your gaze up high if that feels okay. Take just one more breath. wrist, and then we'll bring hands to heart center, step the feet back together. Now think about pulling the belly in, squeeze your glutes, slice the hands down, inhale, upward salute, reach high. You might find a little back bend, squeeze the glutes if you do. Exhale, hands to heart fold, a little bend through the knees, and then relax the crown of the head heavy. Feel some weight shifting towards the balls of the feet, towards the toes, so it's not all on the heels, and get a nice alignment, the hips over the heels. On an inhale, lift up halfway. You can keep a bend in the knees, bring hands to your thighs or onto your shins. Keep your gaze to the floor. Stay here. Think about spreading the floor east and west from that. Just down the middle. Pull your navel in. Take a big inhale, length. Exhale, pull belly, chest, nose towards the shins. Take one more. Lift halfway. Shins, thighs, option bend knees. Exhale, full plant your hands and step back into high plank. Right from high plank, let's lower the knees. So we're going to move through our Surya Namaskar A like this, knees down. If you have a practice from the toes, be free to take that. Wrap the triceps, pull the belly in. Take a big inhale. Then exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Pull the elbows back and then lower all the way onto the belly. Cobra, inhale. Pull the heart off the floor. And exhale, release down. Tuck your toes. Keep the elbows hugging in to the ribs. From the knees, inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's just a nice way to move through Surya Namaskar. Sometimes you might hear it called the vinyasa flow. And we can still find that alignment through our spine without having to be on the toes, without having to add extra exertion. We still find our alignment from knees down. And still not an easy transition, not easy movements, but just another method. Now draw your feet together. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, let's tiptoe to the top of the space again. Relax through the head, neck, and shoulders, arms. Inhale, lift up halfway, find space, pull the tailbone high on the thighs if you need. Exhale, fold forward. Bend to the knees, chin on the chest. Inhale, ragdoll your way up, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, slice down, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. You might bend into the knees. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, full plank. Your hands step back, high plank. Lower the knees. Inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Pull the elbows back. Keep them close to your sides, all the way onto the belly. Tuck your toes. Inhale. Cobra, rise. Exhale, hard back down. Push the elbow and tuck your toes. From the knees, inhale. Push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can always adjust once you get into your down dog. I always like to step the feet in a little closer, feels nice. So do what feels nice in your body. The practice yoga is just discovering yourself, your body, how it feels in space and in motion, and being intuitive, tapping into that intuitive sense of yourself. We're going to go through one more Surya Namaskar A option if you want to hop to the top of the space. Bring the feet together. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or a little hop up to the top of the space. Inhale to lift up halfway, traction the heart forward, tailbone back. Exhale, fold forward, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, root to rise, reach wide and high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Scoop the belly in, tuck the tailbone, slice the hands down. Inhale, upward salute. Squeeze the glutes if you want to find that back bend. Exhale, Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. High plank, lower the knees. Inhale, pull the shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower, tuck the toes. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down facing dog. And we'll journey through a variation of Surya Namaskara B. Still warming into the body. Inhale, reach your right heel to the sky. Then bend your knee. Stack right hip on left. So we're almost here like half butterfly. Try to point your knee to the sky. Then if you notice the right shoulder, pit opening, hug it down in line with the left. Take an inhale, lift up higher onto the left toes. Exhale, step your right foot between the hands and lower the knee. You can untuck your back toes on an inhale. Reach the arms up to the sky. And then your hands down on top of the right thigh. And this is a nice little way to get into the hips. So tuck your tailbone, pull the belly in, lightly push the quad forward, squeeze your left glute, and then draw your hips forward and down. And this is a nice way to open into the front of the hip, left hip, as well as the psoas. A muscle, the only muscle that connects your upper and lower body together. Really important muscle to work. Try to press down through the right big toe. And let's bring it back up. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And then let's start to find just a little rock for back. If you have a block, recommend maybe some blocks underneath hands. You can extend onto the fingers, or if you have the space, palms on the floor. We're all coming from different backgrounds, so just be in tune with what your body is feeling. We'll stay for another 3. Breathing 2. 1. Plant the hands. And then from here, we're going to step forward. So find a little bend in the left knee. Like step forward, feet together. Forward folds. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to folds. Bend into your knees. Lower the hips down on an inhale, chair pose. Then exhale, hands to heart. On an inhale, upwards, reach high. And exhale, chair pose. I'll give this way to show we'll hold here. So feel free to bring your feet a little bit wider if that feels nicer. Draw the navel in. You can also alternatively bring the hands to heart center. Draw the navel up and in, weight into your heels. Almost there, just 2 more deep breaths. You got it, big inhale. Feel the length through the spine. Exhale, so a little deeper. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, fold, melt everything down and forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Now reach your right toes to the back of the mat and settle the right knee down. And inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands down to the floor. While you step back, high plank. On an exhale, chaturanga from the toes or from the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog, or that cobra from before your shoulders. Exhale, down dog from the toes or from the knees. You might feel nice. Back home and down dog. Find breath. Feel space laying through the sides of the bodies. Let's move into the other side. Inhale the left heel high. And exhale, bend your knees, stack, roll the left hip on right, point your left knee to the sky, and then see how my left shoulder's opening, hug it down, square off with the right. It's a lot of sensation. You can feel free to open back up if that feels like too much. On an inhale, come up high onto the right toes. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands and lower the right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms high. And settle your hands to intertwine over the left eye. Good. So you might find a little ducktail in the tailbone. We want to curl the tailbone dynamic through the hips, through the psoas. Squeeze your right glute. As you're pushing forward, send the hips forward and down, and just, into your depth today, into your range. Never feeling the need to go overboard. Always the sensation, never any discomfort. Send the right hip slightly forward, hug the left hip back. And then let's reach, inhale, the arms back up to the sky. And exhale, hands down to the floor. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, pull the navel up and in again. Hands, fingertips, palms, or blocks if you have them, fine. Rock forward to the back. And this is a nice dynamic movement to begin opening more into the lower body, legs, especially the hips. Get ready. Step forward, a little bend in the right knee. Build some momentum to get your way. Forward fold, step, feet together, or as wide as you want. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Bend to the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, stand up, hands to heart. Draw the belly in, tuck the tail. Inhale. Lengthen up, reach. Exhale, chair pose. And the options to bring hands to heart. Spread forward with your feet. Pull the belly in, put the thighs towards one another. Stay for 2 more deep breaths. You got it. Good. Take 1 more deep breath in your chair pose. Forward, everything. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, reach your left toes to the back of the mat and settle the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands right back down outside of the foot. Fingers wide, plant the palms. Step back, high plank. Inhale, forward. Exhale, chaturanga, toes or knees. Inhale, upward facing, hug the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, toes or knees, your way, your journey. Down dog, feel free to lengthen back out. Always feel free to find any feel-good movements when you're down dog. Stillness is good, but movement is good too. What does your body need today? Draw the feet together, looking up to the hands. On an inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or light hop up to the top. Inhale to lift up, halfway lengthen, gaze towards the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, upward salute, rise tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up high. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, full plant your hands, step back, high plank, lower the knees. From here, we're gonna open into a modified side plank. So start to spin your right shin behind you. We're gonna open the left hip to stack on the right. If this feels like a lot of pressure on your right knee, feel free to bring a blanket or double up your mat for more space. Start to lengthen the left arm in the sky. So you might notice there might be a bend in your right elbow. See if you can wrap the chest at the back. The eye of the elbow to the front of your face. Roll your navel in. Some ways we can expand on this. Left bicep over the ear. And also feel free to tent onto the right fingertips if that's feeling like a lot on the wrist. If you want a little bit more, lift your left heel, flex your left toes, and then a nice stretch, bend the left knee. Left hand to left ankle or top of the foot. Draw your hips forward. Big, bold expansion. Gaze high. Hug the shoulders. Away from the ears. Take 1 more deep breath. And we'll land back in our tabletop. From tabletop, we'll go into the other side. Left shin spins behind you, roll the right hip on left. Stacking the body, reach the right arm high. Wrap the left tricep back. Right heel should be about in line with your left knee. Gazing tall. An option may be a block or fingertips left side. Bicep over ear, draw the navel in, feel the length. You can take it right leg up. Option, bend the knee. Pull the hips forward, draw the heel in towards the glute. Again, not looking for discomfort, just finding some sensation. Take one more deep breath. And relax. Knees together. Let's bring it back into child's pose. Knees a little closer together, forehead resting. Bring your hands together, elbows on the floor. Bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. Walk the elbows a little forward from there. This is nice to get into the backs of the arms, triceps, as well as the shoulders. Take a moment to reset. Maybe center back on the intention that you set at the beginning of class. Relax your hands back down onto the floor. From here, start to walk your hands back towards the knees. Now we're in a kneeling seat. Now, this might be stressful on your knees, and if it is, just feel free to bring your hips forward. Also, alternatively, if you have a block, you can place it right in between your ankles, something to prop yourself on. That could be on medium setting or low setting. Now we're going to get into some expansion from here to the chest and into the shoulders. Relax your right hand, mirroring you. Tented fingers over your palm, whatever feels better. I like tented fingers here. Take your left arm, pendulum in front of the body. Inhale, sweep in front of the body, and then pull the left shoulder back in space. Gaze up towards the bicep. Good. And then we'll move over to the other side. Bring the left hand down, sweep in front of the body, like a big pendulum. Right hand, inhale. Body up and hook the right shoulder back. Push the left pec forward. Let's bring it down, slice it down and around. Inhale, left arm. Good. And bring it back over. Right arm, inhale. Sleep up and over. Good. We're going to take it back now. Over to the right. Inhale, left arm. This time, start to reach your left arm. Complete the circle. Reach back behind you just as far as you like. Feel that stretch across the chest. Eventually landing your left hand down to the floor. Other side. Inhale, right bicep over here. Reach behind you. Open to the chest and shoulders. Relax the right hand down. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale as you bring it down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale as you settle the hand down. Now this time, inhale the left arm up and over, kick your left foot out to the left. So we're just in this modified side plank again. Now tent onto your right fingertips. Gentle, strong left heel, seal to the floor. Start to rise up here, gate pose. Wrap the triceps, pull the shoulders down, draw the navel in. And then we're going to reverse our gait. Left hand towards the left thigh, forearm or hand down. Sweep the right bicep over the ear. This should feel like a nice stretch. Try not to place your left hand on low if you can. Help. Just listen to your body, see what feels okay here. Good. Now we're going to bring it all the way back into our kneeling seat. Right hand down, left arm up, and we're back to center. Other side now. Right arm inhale as you sweep it, kick the right foot out towards the right, seal the right heel down, all 5 toes pointing forward, tent onto the left fingers, engage your core, draw the navel, left hip up, and then make your way up into gate pose. And again, if this is a lot on your knee, a blanket or doubling up your mat will serve to help with that. But the more you do this, the more your knees grow accustomed to on the reverse inhale. The thighs up over the feel the stretch and length on the left side body. Again, resting the hands somewhere on a meatier part of the body, preferably not directly on the bone. Squeeze your left glute. Take one more inhale. Exhale, spiral down, back into our kneeling seat. So we're in our kneeling seat at the back of the mat. Now, arms by your sides, flip the palms to face forward. On an inhale, scoop your hips forward, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands down, palms by your side. One more inhale, draw the hips forward, reach up, exhale, lower, back down. This time, step your right foot forward, inhale, arms and right foot, step, bring the hands onto the right thigh. Pull the belly in the tailbone. Inhale, reach your arms back up high. Exhale your hands down. This time we'll move into half splits. So draw the hips back, lengthen the right leg. You don't have to straighten up completely. Might keep a little bend in the knee. Flexing your right toes, pull the belly in, drag your heart towards the toes, and settle the belly. If you have blocks are really nice here for more support by your sides. Chin into the chest. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Flex the right toes. Flex your right quad at the top of the leg. Let each exhale melt you down a little further. Now start to rebend into the right knee. Frame the foot with the hands. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Plant your left palm. Inhale the right arm up high to the sky. Wrap the left tricep back. Take one more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale the right hand down. Wide-legged fold to the left. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. Relax the belly, chest, shoulders down. You can bend to the knees. Bring something underneath the hands, more support. We're just going to hang out here for a couple breaths, just finding your footing, finding your solidity into the floor, the feet. Feeling spine lengthen. If it feels okay, bring some of the weight forward into the toes, hips more over the heels. Now, on an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, pull down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Big move. Exhale, hands to your hips. And inhale, stand all the way up. Nice. Turn your toes out, heels in, squat down. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Here, pushing into the thighs, just lightly drawing the belly up and in. Get some shoulder dip. This is also really nice to open into the hips and shoulders. Take a big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dip your right shoulder down, push the knees apart. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, dip the left shoulder, push the knees just a little. Inhale, come back up through center, one more. Each side, exhaling as you go. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left shoulder lowers. Inhale to rise. Bring the hands to your heart. Find that little tug at the tailbone. Draw the belly up and in here for 3 breaths. You got it. Inhaling up the spine. Maybe exhaling to get a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. A little deep. Draw down one more. Inhale. Exhale deep and hold for 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand everything up. Really nice. Turn your toes to point forward again. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale with straight legs or a little bend through the knees. Start to fold your way back forward, fan it down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk your hands back to the top of the mat here in runner's lunge. On an inhale, step back, high plank. Turn toes or knees. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows underneath or over the hands. Inhale. Your back bend, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice. Moment, breathe. Draw your attention back to the breath. From here, lightly lower the knees down. Walk your hands back towards the knees. Toes pose, keep your toes tucked. If this is just too much for today, feel free to untuck your toes, but we'll just be here for 3 breaths, getting a little stretch through the bottoms of the feet. We close the eyes, find length through your spine. Find your center, find your intention. See where the mind tends to wander. If you can bring it back here to the present. Release back into the table for a moment. We'll untuck the toes. Just give a tiny little beat them up through the top of the feet now. Sit back into the heels, swing seat, Virasana, palms facing forward. On an inhale, draw your hips forward, reach high, squeeze your glutes, pull your hips slightly forward. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, hips forward, reach high. Exhale, lower. This time, step your left foot forward on an inhale. Left foot steps forward. Bring your hands on top of the left foot. Draw your navel in. Find that top of the tail. Squeeze the right glute. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, or half splits. Hands to the floor. Send the hips back, lengthen the left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. And here you want your right knee right underneath your right hip. Sometimes see people come all the way back. You can do that, but here's where we are able to traction tailbone back, really flex through the left quad, pull the hip back in towards its socket and get a little bit more into the hamstring. Also, this is going to help you build more in towards your full splits. Start to let the belly still, chin come in towards the chest, relax the head. Keep flexing the left toes, stay powerful, engage through the left leg, the quad, the leg, hold it together. Make your way back forward, rebend the left knee, frame the foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, send the right hand down, inhale the left arm high, twist, see my gaze high. Breathe. Good, settle the hand down, wide-legged folds to the right. Relax that neck, shoulders to the floor. I'll get this way. Just to show. From here on an inhale, lift up halfway. Spread the mat apart. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, send all the way up. Squat, toes out, heels in. Hands onto the thighs. And this time, I'm just going to find a little dance around. More open into the body. Get a little bit more free in our movements, a little bit more intuitive, what feels good in your body. Alternatively, if you want some more fire, bring the hands off the thighs. You might come up onto the toes. Find a little side to side sway, sit lower. Just here, 3 deep breaths. Do what serves your practice, what serves your body, your intention. Take 1 more deep breath. And on an inhale, stand up, star pose. Pull the navel in, squeeze through the glutes, reach out of the shoulders. Now turn all 10 toes back to the front. Inhale. Exhale, lengthen the knees, fold, fan down. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen the tailbone back. Exhale, walk the hands back to the top of the space. Step your left foot back, high plank. Big inhale. Forward, exhale, chaturanga, toes or knees, pull the elbows back, inhale, up dog or cobra, exhale, downward, facing dog. Draw the knees down to the floor, we'll come onto a seat. Really nice work today. We're going to come into a Janu Sirsasana stretch. You might know it as a half butterfly. I'll mirror you, extend your left leg, right foot, your left inner thigh, flex your left toes. First we'll find a shin box, and this is just really similar to our modified or variation of side plank. Place your right hand down, fingers wide. Roll onto your right shin, inhale, bicep over your ear. Stay for one more inhale, lengthen the hips high, and then sit back down. Inhale, arms lengthen, exhale, pour over, the left leg folds. Try to draw the left hip back into its socket. Relax the forehead down towards the knee. Take 3 deep breaths. Try to be as present as you can with your breath. And release. Let's move into the other side. Lengthen the right leg out long. Draw the left foot into the right inner thigh. First, a little chin box or stargazer, you might know it. Left hand down, fingers turned away from you. Roll to your left shin, lean into the left side. Inhale. Right bicep over the ear. Find length from toes to fingers. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Sit it back down. Inhale. Arms high. Exhale, turn and fold over the right leg. Sorry about that. Yeah. So just in our stretch over on the right leg now. Try to hug the left shoulder down in line with the right. Take one more deep breath. And gently begin to release. There. From here, let's make our way flat onto the back. Hug the knees into the chest, give a little squeeze, little rock side to side with the low back. Find some flattening onto the floor. Bring your heels down across your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex your right set of toes. If this feels like enough right here and your right hip, stay right here. Feel the right knee drawing forward. Keep flexing the right toes, or reach and grab for the left hamstring. Flex both sets of toes from here. Lengthen the crown of the head back. Sure, back of the head settle onto the floor. Just 2 more deep breaths. Good, and release. Uncross the legs, other side. Left ankle over the right thigh, flex your toes. Feel the left knee draw forward, stay here, or reach and grab for the right leg. Lengthen the ground back, flex both toes. And breathe. Take one more deep breath. And gently release the hands, uncross the legs. Let your knees fall over to the left. As you reach your right arm and gaze out to the right, you can settle the left hand onto the right thigh. On an inhale, come back up through center. Let the knees fall over to the right. Your gaze and reach over to the left, maybe right hands on the left thigh. Come back up, center, hug both knees in. From here we'll find happy baby. Bring the hands either to the toes or onto the ankles or calves, wherever you can grab that keeps your low back on the floor. And find a little rock side to side, a little bend through the knees. You can play with extending one leg and the other. Bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze. Appreciating all the efforts on your mat today. Relax. Reach your heels to the edges of your mat. Flip your palms up to the sky. Close the eyes. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. Take the time to be still. Be at ease, be at peace. Your Shavasana. I'll guide you out soon. Feel free to remain in your Shavasana as long as it's feeling nice. As you're ready to come out, find a little wiggle through the fingers and toes. Circle into the wrists and ankles. Allow this to be a gentle reawakening. Shake the head side to side. Heels on the floor, rock onto your left or right side. Fetal pose. Make your way up into an easy seat. And thank you all so much for showing up today on your mat, showing up for yourself, joining in the practice, sharing your practice today. May it serve you well. Looks like the sun is starting to come out. If you can, get some sunshine on you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. From my heart to yours, I bow. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day, yogis.